Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's your boy J6, and I'm here bringing you some Apex again. I know I said it was going to be a little while before I started because I hadn't played Apex in a long fucking time, and I was kind of rusty, but the skills came back pretty quickly, so here we are. And also, I'm bringing you this new series called The Road to Gold. So, because I haven't played Apex in a while, it bumped me back down to the rookie rank from a couple seasons ago. And I feel like, personally, with kind of like my skill level, I realistically could easily make it to gold. Maybe plat, but we're still a ways away from that. So, after completing the 10 placement matches, your boy ended up in Rookie 3. Off to a great start. But, anyway, this will be a series up until at least gold. Hopefully higher, we'll see. And along the way, I will be commentating the whole experience. What I did good, what I did get bad, what my teammates do that kind of pisses me off. We'll get to that later in this game, actually. But my plan is to chronicle ideally every ranked game I play, but 50-50 if that actually happens or not. Because I have a feeling there's going to be some real doozies. But anyway, let's get into it. So we landed at Great Divide. And personally, what I like to do for ranked, and my buddy Savage hates this, I like to land at a POI that's a little farther away and loot up before pushing a fight. But I mean, if you hot drop and that works for you, fantastic, keep going. So we see the first, we see a team coming in on us, and me being a Rampart fan, my buddy Danko hates me for being a Rampart main. Adopt the spray and pray technique. You can see I overextended like a motherfucker and got fucked up because I didn't see the lifeline drop it. Now, what the lifeline does here confuses the shit out of me. Like, personally, I feel like it would have been easier to try to get the thirst on me instead of just punching me, but I'm gonna credit that to my teammates actually trying to cover me as I crawl back to him. So in between, and the third party going on. So in between all that, I'm able to crawl back to my teammates, get the revive, and start healing. And I think you'll see here in a couple minutes. So, the reason I play Rampart is because I am an absolute whore for LMGs. And so her passive just naturally fits into the main gun I like to use. And the reason I love LMGs, as you're about to see, is I can adopt the spray and pray technique. Because sometimes you just gotta do it. Now, I know what you're all thinking, and I came to the realization, as you can see as I switched to the Hemlock, that I have a Hemlock with a 2-4 on it. I don't know why the hell I didn't use it. Would have made more sense, but fuck it, here we are. So, fight drags on for a while, and we decide it's not really worth the time anymore. So we start chasing the one guy that ran off earlier. I'm not entirely sure where he ended up running off to. I think he ran up to his... I don't actually know. I think he's probably just ratting somewhere. It is ranked. But as we continue on in the Bloodhound can't quite make up their mind where they want to go. Oh, we'll get to this. I forgot about this. So just as a kind of still Bloodhound main, my piece of advice to all new Bloodhound mains: do not do what that one is doing. I get it, his passive is cool, because you can see literally where somebody has ran. And while that's a great idea, you don't need to ping every single indicator. You want to ping a couple of them so we can kind of get the lay of the land? Cool. I don't mind that at all. But you don't need to ping all of them, because I've seen it. There's usually like 8 of them motherfuckers. And it is really annoying to have you ping each individual one. So, he sees the team far off, starts to engage. I think it was a ballistic up in the corner there. He overextends. So I come in to help him. I knock the octane, miss the ballistic entirely, and then get fucked up by the raid because I overextended, and our Pathfinder is somewhere. I still don't know where the fuck he was at. That's probably my bad. I mean, also the Bloodhound's bad for just trying to push a 1v3. And my bad for feeling the need to jump in and try to save him. I probably should have just hung back and let him figure it out. So our Pathfinder, who wasn't anywhere near the action, is now off. I don't really know what happened here, because the squad that comes in that he's hiding from and gets scanned by the fucking Bloodhound was the one that killed us. But I don't know where that second squad came from. I should know Broken Moon better than I do. I just haven't really played a whole lot of Broken Moon. And we'll get into it later in the game, because right now, but like, when you have 2 squads that are fighting, and you want to try to like take pot shots and see what you can get, that makes sense. But when there is no more gunfire, for the love of God, don't, because I legitimately thought he was going to die. Somehow, you see he survived. But like, don't try to pull a 1v3, or honestly that'd be like a 1v6, because you have 2 full squads trying to kill you. And yeah, so I cut around a lot because a lot of this was just him running around. I tried to get a couple of like semi-smart moments where he, used a heat shield to loot up, but then he just stood there looting for 20 fucking minutes. But now into the biggest complaint I have with this whole situation. So a lot of people, I feel like, know that after Season 14, Apex became a very, like, mid to long range kind of game. And the Pathfinder here has a alternator with a digi threat and a rampage with no attachments. So just, like, you can see here, he takes basically pot shots at a team up until he dies. I think he should have used the rampage, but he doesn't really. He just tries to do it with the alternate, and he gets cravered into fucking oblivion. So, 84, not bad. On to the next one. We land, I can't remember the name of this fucking POI, but we land, generally I feel like it's a pretty contested POI, and we kind of luck out, nobody lands at the bottom. I start off with a charge rifle, which is never a good thing, I feel like. And yes, I pass on the Mastiff. I'm not a big... When it comes to shotguns in Apex, the only two I really use are the Mastiff and the PK. Or, sorry, the EVA 8 and the PK. Other than that, I don't really use a whole lot of shotguns. But yeah, I think this is just... Yeah, so the beginning of this is just looting. But I also thought there was going to be a lot more action earlier on. Whatever. So yeah, we run up because we hear gunshots, and we have a Wraith, which is 50-50 if that's a good thing sometimes. I feel like a lot of Wraith players tend to get like hyper aggressive and overextend for no real reason, and then they die and disconnect. But so we go in to push this. I can't remember. I don't think anything really comes from this because I think the team. Oh, that's why it wasn't. We thought it was in the main area and it was off to the side. I tried using the new charge rifle and fucking suck with it. So yeah, I don't. Just like in COD, your boy does not enjoy snipers in this game either. I basically just kind of try to find a gun. Teammate kills the last of them. And, oh shit, forgot about them. I'm assuming the lone teammate tried to get his banners and just ran into us. It's just did not work out for him like he wanted. So yeah, as we finish up looting, I got a question for the audience. So who do you enjoy maining in Apex? I really enjoy, I think Rampart, Bloodhound, and Vantage are like the main three. I've kind of been really enjoying Revenant as we start this fight. So my initial plan here was to capitalize on the high ground, and then I realized that was stupid, and I should have definitely pushed up closer like I did. So the big thing with Rampart that I see a lot of people like fuck up is make sure you take your walls down before like moving somewhere. So that way you don't get fucked up by your own wall. As you see, I don't follow my own advice right there. But we got the knock. I can't remember who I got the knock for on that. Might have been a Mirage, I don't know. And another thing that I think a lot of people don't really capitalize on with Rampart is trying to put their walls down. It's as like doorstops or just general. So like right here, I throw a wall down and start reviving the Bangalore because I had a feeling that like I could easily see who, if anyone tried to push the down me on the res, and that poor fucking Horizon just ran straight into that. Goddamn. But yeah, so I think it was a little lag there. But something that I think a lot of people, especially when they start learning Rampart, learn to kind of use your walls as like cover when you don't have it. So like right there, I threw one down so I could get the res on the Wraith and, you know, avoid any like major like avoid just getting lit up out in the open. That way I can get the res and, you know, we can look at a potential like 3v2 or 1v3 or 3v1. And as you can see, we were not paying attention to the ring at all, which comes back to bite me in the ass because another team also wasn't paying attention to the ring and I get fucked up by a Rampart. And my teammates do the smart thing and just grab my banner and hit the road. ran through the ring a little bit, and so like, the Bangalore gets shot at there, and I do not know where the fuck. Like, it was like a dude just popped off a couple shots and then ran away. So they can hear the rampart that killed me in that building. And this game was like, we just didn't really know where the ring position or like the ring timing was at all, me or my teammates, because I end up dying because we get caught in a bad fight in the ring. And you'll see here, the ring starts moving here pretty soon, and the Bangalore gets caught basically in the ring the whole time, and you're looking, I think this was like round 3 or 4. So the ring really starts fucking hurting. And then you'll also see here in a little bit, the Wraith ends up getting the knock on a Loba, but because they push that fight too long, they end up dying to the ring too. It was just a fucking horrible ring awareness. But, anyways, that's the video. If you guys like it, let me know. Peace!